Hey everyone, I'm Alyssa Douglas. I'm a local realtor in the North Georgia metro Atlanta area. And if you're thinking about moving to Buford, Georgia, this video is probably for you. I work with a lot of people relocating from out of state, and Buford is one of those places that comes up again and again, whether someone is moving from California, Florida, New York, Chicago, or somewhere else entirely. I usually get the same questions. What's it really like to live there? Are the schools really as good as they say? Is the traffic really as bad as they say? And what does it actually cost to live there? So let's talk about it. One of the biggest reasons people are drawn to Buford is the location. You're right off Interstate 85, which makes getting around super easy. Atlanta is about 40 miles away. Lake Lanier is right around the corner, and you're surrounded by lots of shopping, lots of restaurants, lots of entertainment, and just about every convenience you could want. But for as much as Buford has grown, parts of it still feel like a hometown. Take downtown Buford, for example, one of my favorite places. Whenever I have clients visiting the area, I almost always tell them to spend some time there. Grab a coffee, walk around, pop into a local shop, grab dinner, and just see how it feels. It's one of those places where you can slow down for a minute. I think that's one of those reasons that so many people choose Buford over the surrounding areas. You get the conveniences of a larger city without completely losing that sense of community. Let's talk about the thing that probably put Buford on your radar in the first place, and that would be the Buford City Schools. If you've done any research at all, you've probably heard people talk about Buford City Schools. And yes, they really are a huge draw. In fact, I've worked with buyers who specifically wanted to be inside Buford City School District and wouldn't even consider looking anywhere else. One thing you'll notice pretty quickly is how much the city invests in its schools and athletic programs. The football stadium alone is incredible. The first time most people see it, they usually have the same reaction. Wait, is this a high school? It honestly looks more like a small college campus. Football nights around here are definitely an event, and even if you don't have kids, it says a lot about how much the community values education, sports, and extracurricular activities. But here's something important to know. Just because you have a Buford address doesn't automatically mean you're in Buford City Schools. Some Buford addresses feed into other school districts, so that's definitely something you'll want to verify before buying a home. And as for homes, let's talk about prices. One of the things I like about Buford is that there's a little bit of everything. You'll find townhomes, newer construction communities, established neighborhoods with larger lots, luxury homes, and even lake properties. And for a lot of people moving from out of state, especially from places like California or the Northeast, they're often pleasantly surprised by how much house they can get for their money here. Now, are prices higher than they were a few years ago? Absolutely. Buford is definitely not a secret anymore, but many buyers still feel like they're getting good value when they compare it to other areas. And what about convenience? Because this is where Buford really shines. The Mall of Georgia is right here, and if you've never been, it's the largest mall in the state, which is great if you love shopping, and slightly dangerous if you're the kind of person who goes in for one thing and leaves with 6. You also have restaurants, entertainment, movie theaters, and just down the road you'll find The Exchange, which has become one of the area's biggest gathering spots with restaurants, shops, and entertainment all in one place. And while technically it's a Lawrenceville address, I also have to mention Coolray Field, home of the Gwinnett Stripers. It's right there on the Buford side of things, and it's such a fun place to spend an evening. Minor league baseball, fireworks nights, special events. Another is, of course, Lake Lanier. For a lot of people, that's a huge reason they choose Buford. Whether you're into boating, fishing, kayaking, paddleboarding, lakeside restaurants, or just being near the water, it's a major perk. I've had plenty of people tell me they didn't realize how much they'd use the lake until they actually moved there. But of course, we do have some complaints too. And one of the biggest complaints you'll hear is traffic. And to be fair, it's a totally legitimate complaint. If you're near the Mall of Georgia area, I-85, or some of the other major shopping corridors, it can definitely get very busy, especially during the holidays and weekends. Buford has definitely grown over the years, and people continue moving here every day. Growth is kind of a double-edged sword, you know. The good news is more restaurants, more shopping, more things to do, and more conveniences. The downside is everybody else wants those conveniences too. So, more people means more cars. If you're coming from Atlanta, you may think it's not that bad. If you're moving from a town with one traffic light, you may have a different opinion. But for many people, it's still worth it. The combination of great schools, a convenient location, Lake Lanier, shopping, restaurants, and a strong sense of community is exactly why so many people choose to call it home. And judging by how many people keep moving here, they're apparently okay sitting in a little traffic. So, if you're thinking about moving to Buford or anywhere in Northeast Georgia, I would love to help. Feel free to reach out. Send me a text, give me a call, or shoot me an email. I work with a lot of relocation buyers, and I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions and help you figure out if Buford is the right fit for you. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe because I post new videos like this every week about North Metro Atlanta areas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.